Hi guys, in this video I'm going to discuss about one of the interview question that is frequently asked in the networking interviews. The question is very simple, like there are two routers, router 1 and router 2, and there is a link connected between them over gig 0/0, and both of the router only the IP address is configured. There is no other configuration running in both of the router. Now router 1 have an interface gig 0/0 with IP 10.1.1.1/30, and router 2 the interface IP is 10.1.8/24. Now the question here is we have um, two routers where the interface IP address are configured with the different subnets. What happens when you initiate a ping from router 1 and what happens when you initiate a ping from router 2, whether the ping will be successful or not? The correct answer is basically the ping will not work whether you initiate from router 1 or router 2, but the interviewer will try to understand what happens when you initiate a ping from router 1 and what happens when you initiate a ping from router 2. So the answer to this question is like when you initiate a ping from router 1 uh, to the destination IP, let's say 10.1.1.8, the router 1 checks in its routing table for the entry 10.1.1.8, and since it is configured only with this interface IP address, that is 10.1.1.1/30, the destination IP is not in the local routing table, so router 1 will simply drop this ping request. It won't even send a ARP request from router 1. But if you initiate a ping from router 2, the destination IP like 10.1.1.1, it will check in the routing table, and right now only one interface configured here. So this particular IP 10.1.1 will fall under the subnet /24, that is 10.1.1. So router 2, when you initiate a ping, it will generate a ARP request with the source IP like 10.8, 10.1.1.8, and the destination IP 10.1.1.1, source MAC its own MAC address, and destination MAC as a broadcast MAC. It's ARP request packet. So the ARP request will go to router 1. Router 1 will see its own IP address in the destination IP, that is 10.1.1.1. The ARP process will accept it, but it won't send a ARP reply packet because the sender IP address, that is 10.1.1.8, it's not in its routing table. So the ARP request will be received here, but it will not send a ARP reply. So the ping initiated from router 2, the ARP request will be sent. The ping initiated from router 1, it will not even initiate a ARP request from router 1. Now let's see that in the simulation mode. I'll go inside the router 1 CLI. In router 1 CLI, when I give show IP route, I don't see any routing entry for 10.1.1.8. Let's see what happens when you initiate a ping 10.1.1.8, and we'll see now in the simulation. You can see this is the ICMP packet. I'll give nest, and you can see it is immediately getting dropped. We'll see what happens to this. You can see the device looks up the destination IP address in the routing table. The routing table does not have a route to the destination IP address. The device drops the packet. So it's not even initiating a ARP request from router 1 when the ping was initiated from there. Okay, now let's go to stop this. We'll start the simulation again. Now let's log into router 2 CLI. So I'm in router 2 CLI, and I'm going to check show IP route 10.1.1.1, which is nothing but router 1 interface IP address. Let's see now. Now you can see for 10.1.1.1 there is a routing entry. So when I initiate a ping from router 2, it will generate an ARP request and it will send out 10.1.1.1. Just initiated the ping. Let's see the simulation. you can see the ISMP and then the ARP packet. So the ARP packet, you can see source IP 10.1.1.8 and destination 10.1.1. The destination MAC is a broadcast MAC. So the ARP request is sent. Let's see what happens in router 1. So the packet goes to router 1. So router 1 receives it and you can see it is dropping it. Let's see that also. So you can see the frame is a ARP frame. It's a ARP request basically. So the ARP request sender IP address is in different network than the receiving port. The ARP process drops the frame. So the sender IP address, that is router 2 interface IP 10.1.1.8/24, it's not in its routing table, so it cannot send the ARP reply back. So the ARP process itself drops the packet. So basically the answer for such question is like when you initiate a ping from router 1 to router 2 where the subnets are mismatch, the router 1 will initiate I mean, if you initiate a ping from router 1, it won't even generate ARP request. It will simply stop there because there is no routing entry here. And from router 2, when you initiate a ping, it has got the destination IP in the routing table, so it will send the ARP request, but the destination doesn't have any routing entry for 1.8, which is in /24. So it will drop it because in router 1 we have only 10.1.1.1/30. So 1.8 is not in its subnet, so there is no routing entry, so it will drop the packet.